Now, Australians are bombarded with television ads every day. It's how we pay the bills. But some can rub us the wrong way.
They certainly can. So far this year, there have been a record number of complaints against several now infamous commercials. This Sportsbet manscaping commercial is the most protested ad so far this year, with 793 complaints.
Oi, Romeo! Bet on NRL this week with Sportsbet.
The ad was banned. This iSelect ad came in second with 715 complaints.
Know that feeling you get when you've been hit with another yearly health insurance rate rise? There's still time. Call us before prices rise on April 1 and we'll find the right health cover for you.
Both the Sportsbet and iSelect ads are the two most complained about commercials in the history of ad standards.
No, I'm a kitty cat, silly. No, Tiger!
Ultratune came in third. It features Mike Tyson coming to the rescue of three women who run off the road.
Have you ladies seen Francis? You know, my tiger, king of the jungle.
Oh.
Despite the ad being cleared by the watchdog, it managed 134 complaints.
And joining us now is advertising expert Matthew Bywater. Matt, morning. Welcome. I suspect you advertising people sort of push the envelope a bit. Some people know they're playing with fire. You don't pay for Mike Tyson to be in a commercial and expect it not to be a bit controversial.
Yeah, that's correct, because you want to get value. You're going to spend the money, you want to get the value out of it. These days, it's not hard to push the envelope too far. I mean, we see these complaints. The Mike Tyson one particularly was dismissed, so Ultratune can still run that commercial. But we're talking less than 200 complaints. So it's not a lot of people considering the airing it gets. So even though Ultratune do this deliberately, I mean, in the last 20 years, they've got two of the top 10 most complained about ads. This is what they're trying to do, and they're trying to find something new all the time to push that envelope to get more traction.
Because you get more attention.
Get more attention.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So they'll spend so normally an agency, you'll spend so much money on the creative, and then you've got to spend so much money on the media. And where they can save money on the media, if they get enough people complaining about it, then you get the free media.
Well, is it the case? Is it the case during those strategy meetings sometimes, as the ad execs sit around thinking, right, what if this is so controversial it gets banned as these have, then we talk about it, it gets written about in the papers, so what's that worth?
Yeah, that's worth tens and tens of thousands of dollars because they're saving on the media spend. Now, I should point out, it has to still have to fit within what the brand image is, because a lot of brands, you wouldn't want to do this deliberately because it will tarnish your brand in a negative way. But certainly there's a lot of free media to be had by getting that sort of protagonistic approach and getting people to spread it and share it and get a little bit of outrage and the other people saying, oh, I don't think it's so bad. So it gets the conversation going.
And like this Sportsbet one that we've been running all morning with the bloke shaving and
the manscaping.
slipping, manscaping and slipping. I mean, know your audience. That's sort of aimed, Sportsbet.
That's spot on.
We'll get complaints, but mostly men, youngish men, I imagine, who are gambling, and probably me with Sportsbet. But it's aimed at a demographic. So should we all be offended by this all the time?
Yeah, it's spot on with the demographic. They're not. There's no harm, even though the commercials are actually being upheld. So they actually have to stop that commercial. We're talking almost 800 complaints. So
is that a lot?
It is. It's not